Good morning. This is the weekend update for Buy Sell Short for Saturday, September 6th. And we're going to start off today with the Dow daily chart. And you can see yesterday, just looking at this candlestick, rather bizarre trading action. And it's probably something we're going to see over the next week, week and a half. Would not surprise me if we see this, a similar kind of nonsense that we saw on Friday. Friday, we had the jobless report come out, 169,000 jobs, slightly under expectations, but the July report got revised down massively, minus 62,000 to 102,000 jobs, and the June report got revised down as well. So the unemployment reports that actually started a lot of the chatter regarding the Fed taper talk essentially got wiped out on the Friday report. And of course, we had the market up nicely pre-market because of that. But we still are dealing with the Syrian issue, and what you saw happen on Friday after the pre-market strength and initial gap open on the market. We had some headlines crossed regarding Russia warning the U.S. not to attack Syria. What you see happening here, and we've seen it happen more and more, and it's actually going to continue to be more and more an impact in the market, is most people don't realize that the computer robot trading algorithm programs that are out there, they read headlines. They take them at face value. There's no human thinking in that, oh, that headline's stupid. Of course Russia is going to say that. The robots read it. They act, and that is why we saw the market drop 120 points. We were laughing about it in the chat room. It gave us some nice ad opportunities, and lo and behold, before the end of the session, the market pushed green before we had that late day dip again because we had more chatter regarding Syria. Get used to it. You know, it's going to continue, especially over the next few days, where we're going to see lots of press releases, lots of rumors pumped out. You're going to have hedge funds out there paying the business media as they do to pump out headlines so that they can profit both up and down, gaming the market. We saw this happen last year, a couple of years ago with the debt ceiling crisis, and this is an ample opportunity for them to rig the market again, just gaming the robots, and that's what happens. So we have to be prepared for that. We're going to see a lot of headlines coming out. We're going to see a lot of big dips. Then we're going to see a lot of reversals. So just keep that in mind. Don't get shaken out of the tree. That's what they want you to do. Now you can see here on the Dow daily chart, we got all the way up to that 20-day exponential. We did on Friday get a positive MACD cross. Now if we look back at the last significant bottom that we had back in June, and we said that this is pretty much identical almost to what we saw back then. The point moves are a little bit lower. We had that big sell-off. We got a positive MACD cross after a 3-4 day rally. We were back and forth 100, 150 point intraday moves for about 3 or 4 days, and then we started that run to new highs. You can see here, we ended up getting about 300 points upside. We've been up for the last 3 days. We had that big intraday move just like we had back then on the positive MACD cross. And we do have, that Syrian nonsense to deal with this week. We also have the Fed meeting upcoming the following week, 2-day meeting, 17th and 18th. The poor jobs number, I just do not see the Fed tapering, and that's what's going to dominate the market over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully we'll have the Syrian thing out of the way and the Fed out of the way, and we can start our rally to new highs into year end. The 15-minute chart, you can see we have now finally flipped into a bullish rise or bearish rising wedge right now. Resistance is around 1550, 15,050 on the Dow. That golden cross that we saw has given us about 100 points only on the upside, so we could see some further upside action. We had some selling going into the last half hour of the session on Friday. People worried about what might happen over the weekend. That'll probably reverse course come Monday. Dow Transports, you can see we've fallen into this really tight area. We are also about to get a positive MACD cross. We're also about to get a downtrend break on stochastic. So all signs point to an up move this week, but it's going to depend on what nonsense comes out of Washington. It sucks that we've got to deal with that, but that's just the way it is. Oil prices, of course, continued higher, but we have not seen that reflected in small oil stocks really. Now, of course, there is the pump and dumps on the low float, low volume ones, but the real oil companies, for the most part, have not started to move yet. Russell, I actually probably should have drawn it in here. We've got a little bit of a rectangle formation. 1040.45 is the breakout here. We are also about to get a positive MACD cross. We are also about to get a break on 50 on stochastic. So this chart looks good. I mean, I stand by my thinking and my belief that we are going to see the market at new highs over the next several weeks. We just need to get through this chop right now. And as I've said in previous videos, what's going to happen is you have a lot of funds and a lot of average traders and investors who have been sitting on the sideline waiting for the massive sell-off that the business media has been talking about and that we need. Time's running out, especially for hedge funds. They have a lot of catching up to do, and if this market starts to push towards new highs, we are going to see an avalanche of buying in this market into year end, and that's my belief. But anyway, let's jump into some stock plays. DCTH, after that big 40% pop last week, we've consolidated over the last couple of days. We actually picked up some scalp shares on Friday, 37 to 38 cents. Got a nice buying pop into the close at 40. You can see we've got this nice little flag formation after that big run, flag consolidation. FDA is on the 13th. I just cannot see this stock not having a big move, even if it's only for a day or two, into that FDA meeting. So it's this week, guys. This is going to be go time for DCTH. 45 cents is the breakout. 50 and 60 cents are the targets. NSPH, this is one we jumped into on Thursday. Got a little bit of shaking on Friday. They report at a bunch of conferences this week, a big one actually, and they're reporting against, or where they compared their product to BioFire, where they beat BioFire. BioFire was just bought out for $450 million, and NSPH's product is better than theirs. So a little bit of shaking before the move. I will refer you to what happened on Disco. I actually let myself get stopped out of this one last week. Neglected to buy it back when it broke 175. That was our breakout area. Hit our target on Friday. Boom, 198. Same thing is happening right here. They're shaking the tree before they blow this puppy up. That is my feeling here. MCZ, nice flag break on Thursday. Held up very well on Friday. 72 to 75 cents is where you'll start to see the chasers come into this stock. Maybe we'll get a Mojo launch date next week. That would be sweet. Cool. Majesco Entertainment continues to coil right under that 200-day moving average. We've got the earnings report after hours on Monday. This is typically not a big sales season for Cool every year. I think they usually do about $8, $9, $10 million in sales in this quarter. The guidance for the upcoming quarter is going to be key. If it does dip, I would be looking to pick up shares. We still have a nice ascending triangle formation. Maybe we'll get some juice on that after hours Monday call to bust us out. 70 cent plus close should set the stage for that move to $1 plus. BONE also at the meeting. Actually, let me go back. CLSN. We actually jumped into this one in the chat room on Friday, 120, 122. They're presenting at the Rodman Conference on Monday. They've got some more data coming on Thursday. We were looking for a move to $1.40. Stock went boom, 20-cent gain. Absolutely phenomenal. Love it when that happens within a couple of hours. And we started playing some other stocks on that. Bone is also at that conference. And also recall that Bone is... their new CEO is doing a conference call Monday after hours, the day before they present at the conference. Let's see if we get that breakout on Monday. Chart is coiled. Positive MACD cross. Stochastics in the basement. Nice uptick. I mean, check this buying volume over the last week, and the stock has been essentially flat. Positive divergence on this chart. It's just looking for an excuse to pop 30% plus. ABIO is also at the conference on Tuesday. They've actually got a couple of conferences upcoming. We jumped into this one in the chat room, 133 area. Got a nice little pop up to 141. Very nice volume. Chart looks great. Looks great for a move up to that 150, 160 plus area unless we get even more positive news. RSI, big spike on that one. Stochastics, very nice up move. These are the kind of charts that when they start to go, you can start seeing really big candles form and really big moves happen very, very quickly. They're trading under cash value, and biotech stocks are starting to get a lot of action right now, which tells me risk on is back in the market. Very, very good sign when you start seeing a lot of buying in the biotech stocks. It means money is starting to flow in. You recall I said the first few days of a market rally, if we go back and look at the Dow daily chart, is the large caps. Then it starts to spread out to the small caps, and that's what we're starting to see right now, and it's very, very good. ONTY. We actually jumped into this one when we jumped into DSCO, and then we had that Syria nonsense, and we ended up getting stopped out. Disco has blown up. ONTY is consolidating. They're also at this conference this week. 11% short interest. Volume of 1 million will light this one up, so keep your eyes on that. If we get a break through that 180 level on volume, it should confirm that move to 195 to the twos. Chart looks great. We got a resistance break on stochastics. We are ready to rock and roll this week. Last but not least, quick mention on Scone. Our little wireless play continues to tread water within this nice little triangle. 170 is probably, we might be in a little bit early, but I'm comfortable sitting on this one because one of these mornings we're going to wake up to Scone news and the stock's going to be gapping up to the $3 area. That's just how this low floaty works. 175, actually, let's see. 20 days, 171. We're probably looking at 169, 170 as a breakout and a trigger for other traders to jump in. So we've got some very nice setups going into this week. We do have a lot of noise that's going to be out there, but we're just going to do what we did on Friday, trade what the market gives us. Have an awesome weekend. See you guys on Monday. Bye.